So big shout out to my buddy Todd. Thank you so much. Todd hand painted this for me. On the other side there's some cool stuff too. But yeah, hand painted all of this with spray paint, and it's really cool how he did that for me. Thank you, brother. What's up, dudes and dudettes? So big changes in the way that I'm doing all of the breeding that I've got going on here. This tank now only has the Icola trophius. This tank now has the Alto Lampolongus in it. And my low boy has my Calachromis Indole Bay Red Macrops Sand Dweller breeding group. I have 3 females holding in here right now, and also a Gelidiochromis ornatus, just doing this thing, and they're having a good time. Doesn't bother anybody. Okay, so as you guys know, I have all these breeding groups. I still have my my Sunwest breeding group. I'm going to break that into a 2-set breeding group. I'm going to have to split them because the amount of them is getting up there, and I do want to break it into 2 to try and increase the amount of breeding with that, to where I can have my sand dwellers, because I don't really like going into too many, and I mean not sand dwellers, shell dwellers. I don't like going with too many types of shellies. I like sticking with one and just dealing with them. But what I'm doing is I revamped my 90 in the front room. I'll show you that in a second, but let me explain for a second. So before it's a shock to everybody, I went and I sold every fish in that 90. Now the reason for this is to simplify my breeding. Before, I had multiple breeding groups or pairs. And so what was happening was I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to breed or focus on. So now what I've done is I have pretty much condensed everything into 4 main groups. These Alto Lampolongus are going to be shipped out to a friend, and I'll get into that in another video. The Calachromis Red Macrops, those will be breeding for me. And this stack right here that I have going on, or this rack, that's what I'm going to be raising all of my my fry and juvie in. And then I'm going to have to stack up another 1 or 2 of these 10 gallons to raise fry in there as well. But let's get out to the 90 real fast, and I'll show you guys what I did out there and introduce you guys to the new fish. Okay, so everybody's gone. The only thing I have in here now is the Tropheus Bimba Orange Flame. These came from Alan at Sickle Lovers. There's a total of 15 Bimba. There's 3 that I had got from somewhere else, which would be this one right here, and you can tell the lighter colored ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, because I'm going to go ahead and keep this strand alive and then probably get more of those later. I do have the firecracker in there. There's a male and a female firecracker. I'll decide what I'm going to do with him later. As it is, I'd say that these are fantastic and absolutely wonderful to have. If you guys are long-time subscribers, then you'll remember I had tried a Tropheus group not too long ago, and I failed miserably, to be honest. This time around, I think I got the hang of it, and we're gonna go ahead and raise some of these. Tropheus has been one of my favorite fish for a long time, just because of their activity and the simplicity of them, and realizing that you can only have one fish in there makes everything easier. versus trying to buy peacocks 3 at a time and constantly fighting with it. You don't do that with these. You have one species. Stunning fish. Once again, these came from Alan at Sickle Lovers. Beautiful color. These are going to be fantastic. So by me doing this, I'm not saying everybody should just get rid of all their fish. I'm not saying that at all. I'm doing this simply for me. I am wanting to make things easier on me to where I can actually have fun in trying to breed fish and kind of hone in skills and hone in and have fun actually breeding them and having fun with them again. Because when you acquire so many fish and different types of fish, it's beautiful in a community tank. I loved the way that one was. I loved the feather fins. I loved all of them. But what I want to do is breed. I had a 90-gallon tank out there that was not doing me any good because I had all kinds of random fish in there that if I wanted to breed them, I would have to pull one pair out of there, and I'd have to put it in the 40 and then let them breed. And then once I got tired of it, pull them out and then put them back. And it wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to have a group and then just let them do their thing. Now, when they breed, pull them out, strip them, raise fry, sell them. That's what I want to do. Simple. Cut the amount of fish down. Well, not fish. Cut the amount of species you have down. Make it to where you can actually do a system. When you're walking around with species after species after species, constantly writing on glass with markers, stuff like that, that's for fish stores. That's not for your everyday guy who just wants to have a cool fish room with fish and then sell some fish here and there. I mean, this is a hobby, not a part-time job. And I would rather keep it a hobby than a part-time job. I am not a professional at this. I am somebody who just wants to raise fish and have fun with them. This is just a hobby for me that I got into that I'm really, really liking. And this video is for people who, and this is pretty much just showing and telling you guys what I got going on and why I did what I did. Now, I don't have to justify that by any means, but I do like letting everybody know why I did that, because that was a lot of fish. But got back a lot of fish too. So, could I have gone with a different type of trophies? Probably. But those, the Bimba, the Icola, the red macrops, Similis, those are fish that I could push pretty easily. And they're beautiful to watch. They're beautiful to have. So instead of trying to get rare fish and constantly worrying about them, I can get fish that I really like and really love, which is these Tropius and my Similis, my red macrops. I came across those off of, by luck. I wanted those 6 months ago. I really love these Altos, but these are going to somebody that is a close friend and a viewer as well that really, really wants them and deserves them, to be honest. But that's what I got going on. So let's watch those Bimba grow together, and we'll make journal about it as we go. Once again, dudes and dudettes, thanks for watching. Peace.